This podcast of storytellers would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, the first storytellers and traditional owners and custodians of the land we are recording on today. We pay our respects to their elders past and present. We hope to honour their thousands of years of spiritual and cultural connections to this land, while recognising the atrocities Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples still face systematically to this day. We acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded, and that Naarm was and always will be Aboriginal land.
If you could put him behind bars, would you? Or would you just not want to get involved? What if you didn't have to give up your name and receive up to a 100 gold reward? Through Rockstoppers, thousands of Earth Kingdom citizens have given the Dai Li information confidentially, sometimes by choice. This week, the Dai Li are looking for information on a miscreant teenager, Minh, the youngest member of the FANG family. His crimes include desertion, draft dodging, assault with a deadly forehead, propagation of spiritual anomalies, fraternization with war criminals, piracy, unregulated landscaping, the corruption of family values, the consistent abandonment of romantic interests, the impersonation of members of the Merchants Guild, the destruction of tea and tea-based properties. With your help, we can make sure there is no crime in Ba Sing Se. Now, to some eyewitness testimonies.
Well, yeah, he invited me into a dark room and he started telling me about his heritage, and I thought we had a moment, but instead he just, he cracked it and then told me to get out and didn't talk to me for a few days. Sorry, what's this for?
I was trying to enjoy some juice, I really like the lemon one. It's like a sweet treat candy, but liquid, and I was looking out the window and it was a medium soda day, not too hot, not too cold. It was a nice temperature. I like nice temperatures, but then suddenly it was warm, and then it was too warm for me,
What happened next?
I look outside and there's like a lava. It's like a wall of lava, and people told me that was impossible. But I saw the lava. I know my eyesight isn't as good.
I thought they were just regular customers, him and his friends, until he picked a fight with some nice citizens outside. Then all of a sudden he breaks through my ceiling, shatters my teacups, scares away my customers, and runs away with one of my walls. The teen is a menace and needs to be caught.
This message was approved by the Earth King, courtesy of Long Fang of the Dai Li.
Benders and babes, and welcome back to another episode of the Book of War, an Avatar Legends real play, or actual play, depending on what part of the world you're from. The story of 4 runaways seeking the Book of War in a world without the Avatar. My name is 14 of them. My name is Jesse Thomas, and I play Qichi. Qichi fact for you today. Qichi has a -1 in everything. I do have a Qichi fact for you today.
No, you got to have the intro.
Qichi the Unlucky.
Yeah.
Qichi the Unlucky.
And your intro
They,
is
them.
makes noodles.
No.
That's what you said. I said, is that your intro? You said yes.
Qichi is so unlucky they don't have a set intro. My Qichi fact is Qichi actually is a remedial masseuse, is like a chi-focused remedial masseuse. So that is their job back in the water tribe in Agnikella. Qichi's part of like a not like a coven, but like a group of people that specialize in like unblocking your chi through remedial massage and that sort of thing. And I think the water boys brought Qichi on selfishly because they're like, well, like, we're going to be gone for a while. It's like, well, we've got to have some luxury. And they're like, Qichi's an idiot. We could get them in easy. So I think Qichi was just like, hey, guys, where are we going? And then they're like, oh, we're going on a trip. You want to come? And they're like, oh, I'm never included. I'd love to. And there's like, hey,
that's amazing.
Is that a Fire Nation ship? So like, I think that's why Qichi's there.
I love the concept that Qichi accidentally invents chi blocking.
No, Chi unblocking, because that is the thing that Qichi is good at. So Qichi is good at remedial massage. It's the only thing they're good at. They found their niche really early on in their life, and they're yeah, I love this. I'm really good at it. I'm going to do it forever. And now they're being forced to be on a warship and make noodles. And they're like, oh.
Poor Qichi.
And massaging a dragon.
Speaking of massaging a dragon, my name's Ted Darling.
Hey.
And I play Banji, the Idealist, a runaway from the Fire Nation army who has risen from the ashes of his old life. While the fate of the world rests on the edge of a blade, he fights for freedom, for justice. Yeah.
Say the line, Bart.
So in lieu of a Banji fact today, because Banji's going on in a journey of his own, I'm going to give you a Hikaru fact, which is because Banji hasn't been spending as much time with Hikaru and utilizing Hikaru as much as he has before, Hikaru's getting lazy. He's just hanging out in the tower in Amashu and getting fed and getting massaged by Qichi whenever they want, and is just living the life of luxury, I think, is just really enjoying the downtime of being doted on as a big dragon in the Earth Kingdom.
I like it.
Yeah.
No further notes.
No further notes. That's it.
Hello, my name is Georgie Hazel, and I play Nuro the Icon, they, she, he, a runaway of the foggy swamp. Now confronted with the truth that they were never really living for themselves, Nuro struggles to untangle from the roots of the destiny tree. Is their place ultimately with their tribe or with the other runaways? I don't have a Nuro fact, I have a Georgie fact. I was on holiday for a month. Woo! Woo! So feeling refreshed. I was in Cairns. I was warm every single second. I hung out with some really cool banyan trees. I felt like I was home. Cairns is really beautiful. Any direction you look, you just see a giant hill and endless green. So it was very nice. And I'm a bit rusty on Nuro, I think. So
I am so afraid of doing this voice.
Yes. So we'll see, but it'll be fun. I'm glad to be back with
You'll
y'all.
be fine. For our international viewers, Cairns is up in Queensland.
Very
far north
tropical.
Queensland. Very tropical.
Yes. Crocs everywhere. They'll get ya.
Like on people's feet.
Both kinds.
Spending any more time on it.
I ain't spending more time. Speaking of the man, the myth, the legend, Bob Catter has made another meme, which is wonderful.
Oh my God. I'll kill you.
I'll punch you. I punch blokes in the face for saying that. And I'm like, thank you, Bob, getting one more in before you go senile and crazy.
What do you mean before?
What do you mean before?
More senile, more crazy. But I ain't spending any more time on it.
Hi, my name is Tilia Quinn, and I play Kiyomi, the Adamant, she, her. A runaway waterbender from the Northern Water Tribe, Kiyomi has lied and manipulated her way into getting what she wants, but at what cost? Can she piece together the shattered fragments of her frozen heart and reflect what the other runaways want to? I don't know, maybe. I've got not really a Kiyomi fact, but sorta, kinda. We're all changing facts today. Like, they're not about our characters. Mine specifically are about these bounty hunters that we've just come to hang out with.
Yes, tell us more.
Nice.
She hung out with them. No, she was a bounty hunter and met them through trying to find Kaito. And so the three bounty hunters, they were all in an orphanage together, and that's how they met and then became bounty hunters at a pretty young age. Then they met Kiyomi and they all kind of traveled the world and hunted bounties together. They actually did try to teach her how to swim at one point at a resort, which ended up with her all of them getting kicked out because she just flailed and made the water just go everywhere with her waterbending. So they were promptly removed. And my last fact is Kirby's kind of feeling a little bit awkward and uncomfortable in this conversation because her and Hayun kind of had a bit of a situationship. And Kiyomi was like, I'm gonna stop this because I really need to focus on finding my brother, Soz. And then started working for Lady Dow. So yeah, a little bit of an awkward situation.
Damn. Spicy.
Hello, my name is Ash. I'm the Grandmaster of the White Lotus.
Gum gum.
Gum.
Some people caught napping there.
It's been a month.
I was talking about Ted. Ted like nearly panicked to move to
Ted's new to this.
Yeah, I don't usually do the
But
gum.
I ain't gumming any more time on it.
May 1,000 dices roll. I actually don't have a game fact. I'm just going to give you an Ash fact. So I've lost about 10 kilos. The personal journey, I thought, it has to focus on, I thought it would be like strict regimen, must stick to this nutrition, must stick to this sleep schedule and exercise schedule. But because I didn't have a target, over time, I'm like, I have gotten results. So I think that there's a sort of a message there for some people that we often talk about perfectionism, especially in this game when we say, it has to be absolutely perfect. But sometimes if you're doing those little bits long term, they do add up. So whatever project you're working on, whether it's something creative or something for work or whatever improvement you're trying to do, a little bit of extra health or a little bit of, even keeping to a sleep schedule, making sure you're getting those 8 hours. Keep at it because those little bits add up.
If I can just piggyback on that, I heard recently a small saying which has helped me immensely, which is doing it badly is better than not doing it at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like perfect is the enemy of good or something like that, where it's like,
So if you only brush your teeth once a day, that's okay because it's better than not brushing your teeth at all. Or if you,
Wait, people are brushing their teeth more than once a day? Ooh, roll the music. A recap of the previous episode should be pretty simple, on the grounds that everyone took a moment to describe their new bling, their new fashion, their new drip, just to make sure that everyone's got a bit of an update on how people are looking, at least in their minds. And you came to the conclusion that it was time to head out and the bounty hunters were probably the best place to go. So you met up with an informer, a fixer, however you want to describe them, who happened to know Kiyomi and gave you the location of the bounty hunters, where you went to Misty Palms and found them and immediately offered them something they wanted. So we're picking up pretty much right there. Okay, so the deal is we continue to look for this Min Fang fellow and pass all information on to you. And we'll even help you if there's something that you need. But we stop. But we put a claim so that no one else can look for him. And if we find him, you still have to pay us. Does that sound fair?
Kiyomi looks at the other two. What do you think?
Banji just shrugs.
I guess Nuro looks at Kiyomi and asks, do you trust them? You trust this deal? I don't know them.
Yeah, I do.
We're bounty hunters, not thieves.
All right, we need to find Min. We need your help.
Okay. Well, have a seat. And you see that the two bigger fellas, so one, just a reminder, is sort of tall and wiry. The other is relatively tall, but he's much more muscular. He's got that bodybuilder physique. And they just shuffle over so that everyone can properly sit down and gather around the table. And you see them pull out a couple of maps. And one of them is sort of a map of the world as it currently sits right now. And they say, this was the last sighting in terms of someone thought that they saw the dragon going past, which usually we've found means that the lot of you are somewhere nearby. So when was the last time that you saw him? What do you know?
Well, the thing is, I don't really think that where we last saw him is relevant because, nobody's going to know where that is.
That's really cryptic and really hard to work with. Can you tell us anything?
Let's just say it wasn't that far from here.
And you've already looked there?
Yeah, they're not staying there.
And Nuro wants to kind of explain that Zhao has a map that could just potentially make them up and leave wherever they are, but isn't sure about giving that information to them.
The fellow that's got scars and the closely cropped hair, whose name is T, says, "Hey, kid, I mean, we've all got secrets, I get it, but, you got to tell us something.
Blah,
You want to find your friend.
For men.
It's not.
I was going to say, you guys don't have to find men. You can just do the plot if you like instead.
No. Are you kidding me?
I am kidding you. Find me, please.
You see a flash. Neuro's like, oh, do I do this? Do I not? Min's face appears. Find me.
Find me. Zhao has an artifact that can... it's a portal. It can get him out of places very quickly. So we don't know where he walked. He took men through, but we don't know where they ended up.
Zhao sounds like a Fire Nation name.
He is Fire Nation. He's army. That's all we really know about him, and that he's mean. And
he has a portal? Like, what?
Spirit stuff.
Spirit, okay. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to us, but ultimately there's got to be a reason that he's got a 5,000 gold bounty on him. Well, 5,500 now.
It's gone up an extra 500.
Yeah, after the scene you all caused and destroyed that tea shop.
Right. You almost got him.
Why do people want him? I mean, you've lost him. The Fire Nation has him. The Earth Kingdom wants him. What's so special about this guy?
Listen, as much as we want to find him and give you information, we can't let that get out. For his sake, we can't.
You want to find the guy? If you really want to find him, you're gonna have to tell us stuff.
Ugh, this is not a good idea.
Why do you want to know so bad? It's just the money, right, for you guys?
Hyun points to the White Lotus tile that's sitting on the table, which is functionally the marker that is facilitating this deal, and says, when we make a deal, we make a deal.
Well, we've offered you what we are prepared to give, and, if you give us results, then maybe you'll get more. But right now, you don't need to know that. You just need to know that we need to find him.
Roll plead for me, please.
Can I do intimidate instead?
Sure.
That's
for those of you that can't see through a microphone, Ted just did the smallest fist pump I've ever seen.
It's a mixed success, so it's not a huge fist pump, but it's still a 9. So if anyone wants to throw in a little fatigue to get me over the line. But even if we don't, I still got a 9, so that's okay.
I think with Kiyomi knowing these guys, she will spend the fatigue and be like, guys, drop it. That's all she's going to say.
Okie dokie, Ted. What can't they pick from the list?
They get... They back down but keep watch.
They don't...
So they can pick that. They... That's the one I want them to pick. They cannot... They cannot attack us.
Okay.
And is it just one they get to... They can't do?
Yeah, they choose one. On a hit, they choose one.
Yep.
But on a 10 plus, you pick the one they can't choose and it's attack you.
Yeah.
So I think that they take a second, and that attack was never going to be a physical attack. It was more going to be an attacking line of questioning.
Yeah.
More so. So what they're going to do is give in with a few stipulations. And they say, okay, we're not going to ask you any more questions, but it means that we can only give you so much information. If we don't know everything, then we don't know everything.
If we need to tell you more, then we'll tell you more. How does that sound?
Fine. That's fine by us.
All you need to know is there's a reason why Earth Kingdom and Fire Nation is after him. That's all we can say.
Okay. And Ebo, the tall one, says, well, in that case, your first place to look is very likely going to be here. And on the map, he points to an island that's in the Fire Nation, a little bit further up north. And he says, there's a prison there. We actually have a contact with the warden, and often we use it to find, if we're after a waterbender that goes missing, that's the first place we look. Now, we know that he's spent some time in the water tribes, so if he's going to be somewhere, or he might be there. They might know a little bit about it otherwise, but that's the first lead we've got for now.
We know that Zhao was moving him around a lot, so prison could have been a place they took him.
I mean, it's a start.
It's a start.
Look, until we've put our ear to the ground and have a bit of a listen to where this Zhao might be headed, that's the only one we've got. So you don't have to go there, but where else are you going?
All right. What's this contact's name then?
This contact's name is Za.
How does spell, please?
Z-H-A.
I just spelled contact with a K. Instead of a T.
Are you in the Mortal Kombat universe?
Technologia.
Contact or
Contact.
Contact.
Do you need any of us to go with you?
Kiyomi looks at the other two again. That's up to you guys. I trust these three, but...
Yeah, I mean, we could use all the help we can get, right?
Right. I agree.
The three of them look at each other, and the big guy, T, says, I'll go. Let's face it, I'm the one that looks most like a bounty hunter, and you two are smarter than I am, so keep an ear out.
Nuro looks the big guy up and down. Great, we'll take you.
Banji gives a nod of approval to him. Because this is the guy who fought in the elevator,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, cool.
All right. And he stands up. He finishes downing his drink because he had one of the smoothies as well. He downs it completely. I'm ready when you are.
Can he roll to see if he gets a brain freeze, please?
Please.
Yes. I'm
Just for bits and giggles.
at a 6 and a 2, so a total of 8. I think that I'll say that
He gets a brain freeze but doesn't show it.
Yeah.
I'll say that you see a vein pop out in his head and he goes, and it disappears. Like he just, by sheer willpower, he just puts it away.
Kiyomi also stands up and she kind of sways a little bit and closes her eyes and puts her hands out to balance and just goes, oh, okay.
Whoa. You okay there?
I'm fine. It's just this heat. It's just so hot. I hate warm climates. We got it. Can we go, please? Are we done?
We're done.
Yeah. We'll keep an ear out.
Great, T. There's something you're going to have to get real cool with real quick.
Oh.
That's okay, big guy. We don't have to talk about that fight we had. It was a draw anyway, so.
No. I just mean our method of transport.
I mean, they know about it.
Great. I'll introduce you to Hikaru.
All right. Dragon time.
Can Qichi roll on the dragon, please? I'll be quick, I promise.
No, go on.
It's just so Kichi's going to do an assess the situation on the dragon.
Lizard.
That's a 9 minus 1, that's an 8. So I get one question. And focusing on Hikaru, I think Kichi's like, big fella, you're really like tense. I wonder what your problem is. What is the biggest threat on the dragon? I'm
I'm
asking because listen.
Lizard.
Listen.
Lizard.
Us as players know that there's a tracker on the dragon. And Kichi's getting in there, getting in the weeds, massaging everywhere.
There's no tracker on the dragon. The tracker is attuned to the dragon.
Lame.
There's a tracker on the dragon now that Qichi finds.
That's not how that works. I really appreciate where you're going with this.
Damn, I'm trying to help, guys.
I think maybe Qichi notices that there's an issue with the scar. Like that was pretty healed up. For whatever reason, it just looks a bit weepy. It's weird. It's almost...
Yeah, I don't like the word weepy.
It's just oozing a bit.
No, that's worse.
There's just a bit of...
moist.
Stop!
It's a bit goopy.
Goopy. I don't mind Goopy. Goopy can stay.
Yes.
Goopy, you can stay. The rest of you, get out of here.
There's a little bit of purulent exudate.
A little bit of
Monica in my life. A little bit. Erica by my
miasma.
side. Little bit of miasma. Here I am.
As Kichi's going through this massage, at some point they find the scar.
Whoa, what happened here?
He doesn't answer, obviously. But one thing Qichi notices is that, weirdly enough, as much as the scar looks like it should be healed, there's a little bit of goop coming out of it that, looks like it I don't know. It should be fine. Does Qichi have any first aid experience?
I think so. I think there's like some basic first aid involved with like some of the remedial massage stuff. It's like you need to know what not to touch and what not to interact with if there's any serious injuries and how to avoid it. So I think if it's something simple, it's like, oh, we'll treat this cut first, and then if you come back in a week, we can actually go over it.
I'd say that's exactly what it is. They take out a bit of a herb that has antibacterial
Ointment.
properties, a bit of an ointment, smears it on, and a little thing over the top just to seal it all together.
Sprigs or something. Yeah.
And
Okay, now, Hikari, I'm going to spread this over this area. Now, you need to keep this on here. You can't lick it off, okay? Because your tongue will go numb.
can we all just imagine Hikaru with a cone?
I was going to ask, can we please get in with the cone?
Once the ointment's been on for a week, I can get in there and fix your chi. Because I can see that it's all blocked up in your chest here.
And as video game logic goes, a little love heart appears above Hikaru's head, and Qichi is one towards companionship.
It's closer than Min ever got.
Oh, the juxtaposition.
No, that's okay.
Thanks for that.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do while they're still in?
Yeah.
Watching Kiyomi kind of very uncomfortably stumble. You just like overheated, exhausted, something.
I'm shrugging for the
Yeah.
for the audience.
I don't know. Nuro just observes that and goes over to the giant ice. The only word that's coming to my mind is cube. The giant ice cube in the middle of the desert.
The glacier?
Is it
The
about my
glacier.
cube?
Goes to the glacier and just kind of shaves off a few bits of ice into their bandana.
I'm going to get you to push your luck here.
Yeah,
because,
they're trying to do it secretly.
Yeah, this is. It could be trick if you'd prefer.
Creativity or passion are your choices. This is why it keeps getting smaller, because people are just like, I'm just going to take this little bit here for myself. Do you know what? Like it's like the reason you're not allowed to take rocks from like any like Roman bricks and stuff. It's like, yeah, if everyone did it, there'd be nothing left.
Nero's poaching ice over here.
I'll try trick.
Poaching ice without a permit.
That's an 8.
Okay, so you get to pick one of the following because they do fall for it for the moment. They stumble, take one forward, they act foolishly, or they overcommit and are deceived for some time.
I think maybe they just overcommit and are deceived sometimes.
So,
Nero's just like, what's that over there?
and I actually really like that as a joke. So they will know that you took it, but not until you leave.
Yeah,
So
okay.
once again, if you come back, they've got another reason to dislike you in this area. Actually, you know what it is? They overcommit and go, oh yeah, it's a new person. They didn't know the rules. And then at some point, Mari is like, wait a second.
they just got like a teeny bit of the
He recognizes the knife. That's what it is. Whatever you chip later on, it's like, I've seen that knife before. Yeah. So yes, when you come back, that is you get away with it for now.
Yeah.
But Nuro is well and truly identified.
That's okay.
Aw, I appreciate the effort.
It starts like it's melting a lot, so they're just like carrying their like soggy bandana over to the dragon, like they're just like running, and very awkwardly they're just they want Kiyomi to be the best of their capacity, I guess. So Nuro just kind of I don't know whether or not we're like already on the dragon or kind of getting to it, but Nuro just like kind of plonks this bandana full of ice on the back of your neck.
Oh, that's really nice.
This will help.
Thank you.
You
Thanks.
are red as a tomato. Tomato?
That's a fusion between a tomato and a rat.
Tomato. They don't mix animals and fruits. Come on.
How do you know?
We've also got an ice cube glacierberg.
It's fair enough. Hey, Banji.
Qichi.
Hikari has some problems at the front of their chest. I've put some ointment on it, but he needs to keep it on for a week and he can't lick it off.
Oh, thank you.
And his chi's all screwed up as he must have done something big recently that hurt him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can you help him?
I can until this wound on his chest heals up.
I thought that wound was healed.
It's kind of weepy, goopy. Usually means like it's a wound that's been opened again.
Right.
Maybe he exerted himself too much.
Right. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it.
That's okay. Who's this guy?
Oh, this is T. Qichi.
They call me the Ore.
The ore. Why don't they call you Meat Mountain? You're huge.
Well, you get ore out of a mountain.
But you're not made of rocks.
And he flexes a little bit. And Qichi, as far as Qichi's concerned...
I think Qichi blushes a bit like, whoa.
Yeah, as far as Qichi's concerned, this man is in fact made of stone.
We want Nuro. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, Kiyomi, hold on to this, and
Yeah.
this will help. Just keep patting yourself
Yeah.
down.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Banji.
Listen, if these guys find men before us, we might need to use T as ransom. So be prepared for that.
Yeah, I was... Look, I'm not gonna lie. They are bounty hunters. They could turn on us. I know it. I know it.
And Kiyomi trusts them, but I don't know about you, but I still don't trust Kiyomi.
Nuro doesn't agree outright with words. Nuro just nods, understandably. They didn't. Banji didn't see what Nuro saw when she reconnected with her brother.
Yeah.
So Nuro just nods to kind of, show that I'm on your side in that. Like
I think to emphasize that point, you look over and you see T is actually helping Kiyomi onto Hikaru.
yeah.
And then Qichi as well. So he's going up last, or he's waiting for the two of you to come back. But he's actively helping something, which is kind of the sign of a not terrible person.
Yeah. I don't think Banji actually thinks he's a terrible person. He's just like, I don't trust you.
No, but the visual is nice there.
Yeah.
Listen, just if we're gonna do something, we do it together, right? You don't just go act on your own. We do this together, right, Banji?
Yeah, right. Sure.
Just looks down at the sword. Right?
Of course. It's, is there something you want to say, Nuro?
So how do I get up on this thing? Is there like a ladder, a step?
Oh, you just got to ask Hikaru nicely.
He'll unfurl the tail for you. Nothing, Banji.
Good.
Yeah, Nuro just climbs on Hikaru. Yep.
Okay. So here's the thing to both the table and the listeners. The next few scenes don't necessarily happen in chronological order. They happen in varying times. We will find out roughly how much time has passed later on down the track. Even I don't know. But the idea being that this takes a while. So, with that said and done, who would like to go first?
So they're going to go to the prison first because that's the best lead that they've got. Kiyomi comes up with a plan to get info from the contact, but also more info from the facility with like files or notes or anything that they can find. So she suggests to everyone that they split up into two groups.
Has Kiyomi been to this prison before?
No. I don't think she's really been in Fire Nation too much. Maybe once or twice.
Near a waterbender prison. Not a great place to be.
No, not a great place to be. And I honestly think she may not have known about it specifically. Like maybe knew, okay, well, there's a prison here, there's a prison there, blah, 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 but didn't know exactly what was what.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think she's too knowing about Fire Nation stuff.
Okay.
I hope that sentence made sense.
It works for me.
Cool beans.
In that case, because you're getting back to the boat is sailing, and this is going to take time across the board, you have time to organize your teams as to what you want to do. Now, T has already said that he will go in, not necessarily being the voice, because, hey, I'm of the three. One's the brains, one's the voice. I'm the muscle, so someone else is the voice.
Ah, we've been there.
Oh, yeah? You got some history?
I'm the muscle. That's just no, unrelated.
No, I kind of like that, but it's fine. So, organize your teams. I'm on team. Talk to people.
Yeah. Okay, well, Banji and Kaito, you go with T, and then me, Nuro, and Yanni will go and look for more information.
And I think Kuron goes, and I will guard the boat.
Yeah, you're really good at guarding things.
Yeah, that's me. Okay.
Great.
So we flash forward, and the island very clearly is a prison. The pier itself is relatively long, and you get the impression that's because either they can harbour multiple boats or bigger boats, which is not really common for a prison. And as you look, it almost looks like this entire facility is made of a combination between metal and concrete. A lot of straight edges. Very strange for Fire Nation. Normally, there's a lot more curve to the buildings, there's a lot more art. Not this. It feels bland. It feels without life. And from the outside, you can only guess that no light gets into this facility. No natural light, at least.
And I imagine that all the roofs, like it's enclosed and all the roofs sort of get rid of all the water from the rain.
The way that it's shaped, it's almost like there's not great drainage. It just, water hits it and just moves elsewhere. So it doesn't go down the sides of the walls. It's almost got one slight slope to it, almost imperceptible, so that it just goes to the far side of the building.
Yeah, cool. Creepy.
Yeah, it's not pleasant to look at. The boat pulls up without a hitch again. You do not look like a vessel that is a threat to anybody. No one knows that there's a bunch of waterbenders on board, which is very, very handy. No one knows there's a dragon on board, which is also handy. And we're going to separate this into the two teams now. Let's start with the talkers. So are you, Banji, you're going to be the main talker then? Is that the plan?
Sure, I guess so. I mean, I'm Fire Nation, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got the lingo and whatever else, I guess.
Yeah.
Banji, did you know about this waterbending prison?
Yeah, I mean, look, I heard things. It's not really my department, but...
Right. And Nuro wants to just ask so many questions like, is it dangerous? Is it going to be scary? All that kind of stuff. But they just like kind of hold it together. They're ready to be sneaky.
Kaido's wearing his well-cut suit. And again, there's no sign that he's a waterbender in this. And I think he looks and goes, hey, you're going to be fine. Just keep it on the down low.
Keep it on the down low.
Keep it on the down. You'll be fine.
And Nuro reaches for their bone knife instead and slips it into just a strap of armor close to them.
Armor pocket?
Armor pocket.
There's only one armor pocket. And you've already claimed it.
It's stuck in a strap.
There's not enough pockets to go around. We know this. You set out onto the gangway and along the pier where everything is docked, you see the warden is waiting for the three of you.
Cool.
And down the gangplank and walking along the pier, you see that the warden is waiting with a couple of guards, and you immediately get the sense that this is both not a nice man and not a nice human being in general. He's just got that look of, I don't like you about him. Easiest way to describe him.
Yeah. Banji walks up and gives a bow.
He gives the slackest bow back. What do you want?
Warden Shah, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Cole. Right, straight to business then. Banji reaches into his armor pocket and pulls out the poster of Minh.
Oh, bounty hunters.
Yeah, we're looking for this guy. You seen him?
Looks a little bit closer. This is Earth Kingdom, so I don't know that, I don't know why they'd be here.
Well, I mean, the Earth Kingdom are looking for this person, but we don't know that they're Earth Kingdom, right? You know. And Banji gives a little wink and a little, that fire spark wink that he does.
And I think seeing that, he goes, oh, okay. You're on the level a little bit more. All right. Look, I could maybe see if I remember this fella a little bit, you know. And he starts just like rubbing his hands together, like, there's maybe a reason. And you see T, like, give you a shove and, like, you know, gives the upwards nod, like, go on. Eyebrows raised, go on.
Banji reaches into, I guess, a coin purse? I don't know. Banji doesn't really carry...
I only got one armor pocket and there's no coins in there.
Yeah, he reaches into his coin purse, I guess, and pulls out a few gold pieces. And
you see Warden's look and immediate disappointment. Kaito goes and takes out a bigger pouch. And you get the impression that he was hoping to save that for a better negotiation, but that initial... He wants this to go really, really well with this Kaito. I'm going to get you to roll trick for me, please.
My creativity is 0, so let's hope this is good. Nope, snake eyes. That's double ones, baby.
Let's cut away from that thing for a second.
So glad we did 2 teams.
And go to the infiltration mob.
All right.
So, the same description applies to this building. It feels very much so like there's no easy way ins or out. But you're all very creative people. So, what is your current plan?
I would say, being waterbenders, that Kiyomi and I, we walk up onto the island in a different part of the, like, through the water. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah, we like
that very right.
so like we ice skate or something up to the island and kind of like sneakily do that. Maybe Kiyomi is like carrying Yanni on her back. Come on, spider monkey.
Hold on tight, Spider-Man.
Thank you.
I like that a lot. And I think with that, one of the two of you is going to need to roll assess the situation. Probably Kiyomi here, because Yanni has thoughts on this. Having done not necessarily this exact thing, but stuff like this before. She knows how to get into places that are meant to be locked down.
Yeah, I would say in this moment, with Kiyomi kind of leading the charge forward, Nuro's eyes are kind of towards the back, making sure that we are not watched, followed, seen, at any point.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. What'd that say?
A 2.
That's 2 2s.
2 2s plus a 1, so that's 5.
Okay.
I'm not assessing no situations.
What this is that it takes you much longer than you expected because you go functionally around the entire building.
Yeah.
And you've burned a lot of time doing that. And eventually Yanni says, there. And it's the only proper window, the only proper portal to the outside that you see in the entire thing. And Yanni says, if I was the boss of the place, I would want a window, so that's where I'd put all of my stuff.
Good point. Does it have a lock on the window? Can we see?
No.
No?
It's probably not even glass. It's probably just angled in such a way that any water hitting it is going to flow off.
Okay. So it's just an open window, no bars or anything like that?
Yeah, just an open portal to air and a bit of sunshine.
That's crazy for a prison. Well, our opportunity. All right, Nuro, let's water spout Yanni up there, and then we can jump up ourselves.
All right. You ready, Yanni?
No, but let's go anyway. This happens. After a period of time, all 3 of you get in, and I like the idea that you all do like a very cartoon action role pose, and all 3 of you are like, facing all different directions.
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels
yes.
style.
Team name.
I was trying to figure out whether, like codename Kids Next Door do it or something like that as well. Like
Arturo's Angels.
Arturo's Angels.
Done.
There's no one in there at this point in time. You absolutely see that this warden leaves stuff everywhere. He doesn't care for particular filing systems. He doesn't care for
bog.
And so you start to go through.
All right, we have as long as Banji and the others can keep that warden busy. So let's get to it.
Let's cut down.
How long does 2 natural...
What happens to begin with is that the warden decides that he's going to take you on a tour of the prison.
Okay.
A little bit first. And he's walking along and you realize that he's trying to get more information out of you. Like, why would I know this person? Why would they be here? What's the reason? And at some stage, he asks the question directly. So why do you think that he has anything to do with the Fire Nation?
Well, I don't know. I've heard that he's been spotted around a gentleman called Zhao.
Zhao.
Yeah.
He's been spotted around a fella named Zhao. And so you figured the best place to go is a prison?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know this Zhao from a bar of soap, really. Only that he's in the military.
Your military, that's a little bit different. So this Zhao fellow's after this FANG fellow. Is that what you're saying?
Look,
or are they pals?
I don't know. I just collect the bounties, am I right?
And I think you get to hear another grumble from T, and he sort of mentions,
You gotta do your research. Like, you gotta give him something.
What was the question that he asked?
why, like, is Zhao, are they pals or was Zhao pursuing him?
Well, I mean, if he truly is from a different, either, Earth Kingdom or War Tribe, but he's spending a lot of time around Zhao, I have to imagine they're friends, right?
Okay. Well, follow me.
And he takes you to a guard room, and you notice that there are firebender soldiers here. This is before you get to the full prison. And he says, it's around here somewhere. And he pulls out a couple of manifests. And Banji, you know exactly what this is. This is, in essence, a current active military listing.
Yep.
And this is so that they can check people off. If someone brings someone along, they can see where they're meant to be and who they are. Bounty hunters are a little bit different. So the fact that he's been paid means you're in this room. But he starts going through and he says,
Okay, so he's in the military. Which, do you know any more than that?
He's got a hell of a pair of sideburns, I can tell you that.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Well, I think he was on a couple of boats.
All right, Navy man. Okay. No. Navy, you said?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen him on boats. He was stationed in Seedy Merchant Pier for a while, I heard.
Oh, Seedy Merchant Pier, then Earth Kingdom.
and you see him go to a different area. And he goes down and goes,
Here it is. Yeah, no, he ain't in the Navy. This Zhao fella, he's a junior lieutenant under General Shu, and he's stationed in the Earth Kingdom.
Right. Well,
You said you seen him on boats?
yeah. I mean, that's just what I've heard,
Shu has a few pets overall. There are a few people he lets into his sort of inner circle. And sometimes they get a few extra bits and pieces, a few side missions that they get to do. A little bit of leeway. But, yeah, boats is weird.
But, as he finishes going through, one of the soldiers brings another, we'll say a clipboard. Goes,
Nothing like the name Fang, nothing matching this description is coming through here.
Great. Well, thanks for your help.
Yeah. Look, come with me.
and he begins to guide you back. You're very lost at this point. Again, the inside is dark, it's dreary, and it's full of metal.
It probably all looks the same. Every corridor looks
A little
the same.
bit. Again, all square edges. And he says,
I got one last thing to check.
up in the infiltration zone. What?
Infiltration zone. Sorry.
Nice. Where are you looking first?
I don't think that important papers would be just, left about. But because he seemed pretty messy, I could be wrong. But I think Kiyomi's going to look through drawers first and see if there's any, filing systems or anything like that.
Yeah.
Notebooks.
You find chocolate bars, weirdly. Just a lot of snacks just in the drawers.
Kiyomi pockets a couple.
Nice. Nuro.
They approach this. They try and go into a Tomo mindset, and they look in places as Kiyomi is kind of maybe going through the more obvious filing systems. Neuro's looking for more nondescript locations that general information they wouldn't want to be found. So they're kind of looking for not hiding places, but things that they want to go through things that you wouldn't expect to find files in, I guess. So, yeah.
We'll come back to that
Yeah.
because I think that there's something there.
Yeah.
And as you're getting into the thick of it, the door opens and the warden is standing right there. And you see the three behind you, behind the warden. And there's a moment, just a moment where everyone pauses, like, picture if there was a shootout in the Wild West and everyone's hands just drop to their sides, like, who's drawing first? What are we doing? This is hands caught in the cookie jar. And the warden begins to yell for more guards.
Nuro just blasts ice in his face.
Okay. Roll for that for me, please.
6, 7, 8.
This would probably be passion because you're acting very, very quickly. It's an advanced and attack style.
Yeah, cool. So that's a 9.
That's a 9?
Yep.
I think, can I help with that? As the ice is coming, Banji grabs the warden by the back and pushes him into the room, like into the ice that's coming.
I really like that. And I think that he immediately gets hit with his ice, and it's that classic, his entire head is just encased in a block of ice.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of
he
what
goes,
it was.
"Gah!"
Yeah.
And immediately falls over because he's
Heavy-headed.
Heavy-headed. We get... Kaito goes to do something to one of the two guards that was standing next to him, and as he grabs this guard, it's almost immediate that the guard just pushes him over. He's got nothing, and Kaito hits the ground. If anyone was looking, he went down very easily, weirdly enough. So T sort of goes, and grabs both the guards, and either side of the door smashes both their faces into it, and they are out cold immediately.
Nice.
He's a muscular boy. And he sort of looks and goes, "Is that a window?"
Yeah, that's our exit.
"Yeah, we're getting lost that way. Everybody out!" And
We didn't find anything.
it's too late for that.
Just grab whatever you can, Nuro.
You absolutely just grab a
Yeah,
handful of
start
whatever
stuffing
you
pots.
had in your hand.
Yep.
And everybody leaps out. Kiyomi, you are marquee condition because you didn't do so good before. I think, Nuro, you are also marquee condition.
I think I should mark one as well because I got snake eyes.
Yep, the three of you all hit the ground very hard as you begin to rush out and back to the boat. And I think that we hear some sort of klaxon siren by the time...
It's just like this giant weird bird.
Yeah,
It's bothered and it's like...
that's exactly. They're just pulling on its tail feather, and that's and it just makes these noises. The good news is that you have waterbenders that can help you escape much faster than they can mobilize. But it also means that you've ruled off this location, and I think T says, "Well, I ain't come back here ever again. Thanks for that."
What happened?
Well, I think maybe you guys were a little bit too slow. What did you get in those pieces of
We were
paper?
too slow. Why were you up here in the first place?
You were supposed to keep him busy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the warden of a prison. I can't stop him from going wherever he wants.
That was your one job.
You just took a little tour around the prison. Okay.
Yeah, look, this isn't my forte, guys. I'm not the talker.
Yanni says, "Have any of you heard of Professor Zima before?" And you see that she's holding the cards that Nuro grabbed. And you realize that they're communications. They're the type of... If this was a telegram, they've just got that, this is the card what telegrams would be on. Obviously, they all go by Messenger Hawk, but...
It's like a Rolodex.
More they're... Yeah, they're more a bunch of cards that just have a bit of information about who's moving where. Yeah, nothing's really been happening, but apparently there's a Professor Zima who's moving out of the Fire Nation capital to go somewhere in the Earth Kingdom. That's all we got.
So that's all you guys got. Well, I managed to find out that Zhao isn't actually in the Navy. He's Army still. And he's supposed to be stationed in the Earth Kingdom under a commander named Shu.
Shoo.
Shoo.
Shu.
And T says,
Well,
Looks like we're back to the Earth Kingdom. All right. Ted.
Yep.
Banji finds out something that inspires him to action. What does he find out from whom?
So at some point in Imashu, it's the dead of night, and one of Bumi's contacts comes rushing into Banji's room and alerts him that Bumi has some information for him from this network of spies that he's kind of sent out. And the information is that they've uncovered a Fire Nation listening post, or kind of like message post sort of thing, just off the coast in an old, what was presumably abandoned lighthouse from the Earth Kingdom. But they found out that there's a small contingent of Fire Nation soldiers there who are kind of relaying messages between, ships and locations and stuff.
I like the idea that they've figured it out because the cards that were grabbed by Nuro that one time match. So they know that this is a relay post.
Yeah. And Banji just really quickly gets ready and mobilizes a little strike force to go down on a boat and get this thing, get to the location.
Who's going with?
I think just random, like some of the waterbenders to help the boat get there quicker.
All right.
But Banji doesn't bother waking up Nuro or Kiyomi or Kaito or Kuron or T or anybody. It's just, yeah, this is a very solo mission for Banji.
Righto. And you're taking unnamed waterbenders.
Yeah, I mean, they can be named. Someone can be there that like Qichi can be there if they want, but Kichi's not a water.
She is not going. Banji, I don't know how to tell you this. I'm not a fighter.
Yeah, so it's just nondescript, just people to help the boat. It's really just a mobility thing for Banji. It's like, can you make the boat go quicker? Great, you're in the team.
All right. Banji doesn't let people rest here. So you get there before too long. And sure enough, it's a lighthouse. I feel that it's not quite an island away from the mainland, but at high tide, you can't get to it.
Yep.
Does that feel about right?
Yeah.
So everyone picture a lighthouse and then make it Avatar. And that's the description of the scene. There's nothing super special about it. It does not stand out at all.
And it's a bit dilapidated, I feel like, because it was kind of abandoned by the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah.
And repurposed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Earth Kingdom don't exactly have a functioning navy either, so...
And because the waters are really ruled by Fire Nation at this point, it's like, well, we're not going to help them to avoid getting on the rocks.
That's entirely fair.
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
It's very late at night.
Very late at night?
So between midnight and dawn, where it's very dark. So as the boat pulls up, Banji looks at I think there's probably only maybe four or five waterbenders because it's a very small boat that they've gotten there.
If we want them to be not specifically named, it's 3 or 4.
Cool. Yeah, 3 or 4. He turns to one of them. What's the highest number you can count to?
Lots.
Great. Well,
insert number here.
Count to that number, and if I'm not back by then, come and get me.
Okay.
Otherwise, stay here.
Yeah, okay. We can.
Great. Banji goes up to the lighthouse and tries the door, but I think there's probably a lock on it. And he does that cool thing that Zuko does where it's like a little blowtorch flame thing and cuts the lock.
Cool. I mean, hot, but...
Super hot. And walks in and into the lighthouse.
Let's roll a push your luck.
Cool.
Good luck.
Actually, this would be your skills and training.
Have we all rolled? No. Qichi actually rolled really well, didn't they?
Yeah, they got a 9, I think.
Everyone else has not rolled great, except baby.
That is a 10.
Hey,
there we go.
we're back, baby.
The guard that would be down here is completely asleep.
Great.
Just sitting in a chair, leaned up against the wall.
Excellent Foley.
I think Jesse's just fallen asleep.
Great. So Banji just moves past him really quickly. This is his kind of thing when he was in the Fire Kingdom, was this part of a really small strike force to get in and do stuff.
I don't want any fun.
As the sound fades down on that, as Banji moves up the stairs,
Yeah.
I think there will be a point where you see the rooms that people hang out in, and you probably hear a bit of noise from there. There's a light coming from underneath the door, and there's some noise. And then, or you could keep going further up, which is where the messenger hawks would land, and almost like an Avery style.
Yeah, I think it would be, he's looking for where the messages would go. So if that's up in the kind of Avery where it is.
That's further up.
Yeah, great. He would go up there and look for that.
Absolutely. So, with that, you arrive and you see that there are varying spots for messages that are incoming and outgoing and sort of where they're meant to be headed. So I'm going to get you to roll and assess the situation.
Cool. That's another 10, baby.
Oh, he's burning the midnight oil.
Where were these 5 chapters ago?
I know, tell me about it.
Okay, I've got a very, very easy one to give you.
Yeah, cool. Do you want me to ask the questions, or do you just have things to give me because I'm assessing?
Up to you.
I'll just let you give me stuff.
Yeah, why would you?
No, I mean, it's... you're coming for certain information. I know roughly what you're after. So it's... I don't think it's that strange to say, this is what you find.
Great.
But you're welcome to say, no, actually,
please
I demand.
tell me what I find.
So, putting together a couple, because you managed to sneak past and you've got the time, congratulations, 2 successes. This is such a strange environment for me to be in, for anyone at this table.
Technically, the bad roll boys is plural, so...
I rolled badly. I got double ones before.
Those conditions are going to carry over for when we restart playing the game, by the way, like when we restart proper. You begin to piece together a little bit of what's been going on with General Shu's platoon and very likely where Zhao's been traveling.
Yep.
And one thing you notice is that there's a name that keeps popping up. And the name is Deep Heat.
Love that.
Things like testing with Deep Heat is going well, or exceeding expectations, or found limitations. So you can piece together that they're utilizing Minh probably for a bit of lava bending, or at least testing what his capabilities are.
Yeah, and Deep Heat is like his code name.
Exactly right.
Yeah, cool.
You can also see that they're moving around a lot. So there's no one location that he's being kept at. There's a fair bit of maneuvering for different spots, possibly to test different conditions. You're not certain.
Yep.
That you can't determine. But the second thing you do read, and there's very little information about this, is that there's been another sighting of a thing called Rockhead.
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 Oh.
Rockhead.
And does it say where Rockhead was sighted, or?
It doesn't.
Cool. Great. Rockhead sighting.
Okay. You just leaving the way you came in?
First of all, Banji's going to release all of the messenger hawks, sparrowkeets, so that they can all fly away and escape.
They are trained to fly places.
Like homing pigeons, they're just going to go back to wherever they
that's
were.
cool. He just doesn't want them here.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Fair enough. Cool.
And he's going to shake all the cages to make sure that they all get out.
Okay. Do you want me to make you roll to see if people hear you, or
Sure, you can.
roll?
Push for luck.
Yes, I guess.
That's a... What's push your luck?
Focus.
Passion.
Passion.
Oh, sorry.
That's
I
a
was
7.
looking at-
I think that you get all the birds get out and they fly away.
Great.
And it's only after that's done that you hear movement up the stairs. And the idea being that they're approaching cautiously. They're not barging into who's up here, what's going on. They just think there's something strange, so they're coming to investigate.
Sure. Banji draws Peacebringer and lifts up a bandana to cover his face.
Okay. 2 soldiers come around the corner and see you, and flame in hands. Who are you? What do you want?
I'm your worst nightmare. And I'm going to use Dragon's Bargain.
Okay.
I was going to say that was very Mushu of you, so that's fitting.
This is just a flat roll.
Just a flat roll? That's an 8.
Okay. I feel we've never had a mixed success. So I'm
No.
before I go, do you know what happens on a mixed success? Do you have it written down?
Let me see.
Because if you don't, I do. I've just got to find where I put it.
Oh yeah, on a 7 to 9, there is some backlash. You'll be given a narratively appropriate setback.
You have succeeded, so you get to take the reins, and I will tell you what the side effect was after that.
Great. So as these two guys come up, Banji just gets really low and lunges forward with some kind of flame jets coming out from the back and just a quick 1-2 slash on these two people, and then does a big fireball into the floor so that it sort of bursts into flames and sets the lighthouse on fire, and then goes to walk out.
It is a very cool thing to see as you smash through the floor and in essence hit the jets just before you hit the ground. So both the firebender soldiers fall down with all the wooden debris from this floor, and it very likely conks the guy that was asleep. So he's now unconscious, not just asleep.
Great.
We need to find Minh, everybody. Jess is getting really antsy to do something. And as you do, I think that there's a secondary wave of blue flame that appears at the top. And it's almost like a beacon. The entire... the lid of the lighthouse just explodes. Anybody, anywhere. I think you even see it from the boat. I think the people that are either on the boat or in a marshu see a bright light in the distance. Like, what was that?
All of the Fire Kingdom knows you're here.
No, it's just the Avatar returning.
Yeah, you actually get someone wakes up. Boomy wakes up and is like, has the Avatar returned? But Banji walks out without a scratch.
Great.
And doesn't look back.
Oh, he's so cool.
It's, once again, been a period of time that has been a while. And everyone's been going backwards and forwards, following different leads that they're getting from different places. It gets to a point that Nuro is feeling that they need to do something as well. Where are they at this point in time?
They're at the Amashu docks. I think they've been a little bit sick with sitting around the palace in between these missions. And they... White Lotus and the bounty hunters, everything's just kind of only either given us bits and pieces or nothing, and so they're frustrated. They're like walking along the jetties, just kind of like, oh God, where is he? It's been months. I can't find him. Nothing's working. And they're just like, I think they stormed there without realizing. So at the moment, they're just like, oh God. Yeah.
I like the idea that as you're like kicking the jetty, like water's like kicking out of the water.
Yes. Yeah. Splashes. Lots of splashes.
I'll say that again. Just water kicking out of the water is a dumb line to say. As Neuro's kicking the jetty, you see these like waves of water splashing out and like hitting some of the boats. And you hear,
Hey, who's splashing our boat?
Yeah, kid, what are you doing?
It's me, fellas. It's me. You know,
What?
Nuro.
Yeah, you're looking different.
I'm longer. I know.
Yeah,
It's weird. I know.
Long Nuro. There's a ring to that.
Why are you splashing our boat for? What have we done to you this time?
Nothing. I'm sorry. It's just that Minh's missing.
Minh's missing.
Yeah, Minh's been missing a long time, and we've been running around everywhere trying to find him. Any lead, any name, but nothing.
Bester walks down and says, well, I mean, like, he just walked away one day, or like what?
Do they know Sideburns? Have they interacted with Sideburns?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Fire Nation has him.
They all sort of look at each other and think, like, captured?
Yes, captured. They're taking him around. I know that they're moving him around a lot, but we're always one step behind.
Well,
they sort of look at each other and then they look back and you see them all nod in unison. They're like, we owe Nuro something.
You got something?
Well, it's maybe nothing.
No, anything.
Well, okay, we've been doing a lot of travel backwards and forwards to that resort island that we.
Yeah, with the treasure hunt.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. There's a lot of food going through there. Matter of fact, we're taking a shipment now. I don't know if that's something, but maybe like we're seeing a lot of ships go past. They're coming and grabbing
Ships. Any fire nation, army, navy.
Probably.
We're about to take off. You want to come with?
Yeah, Nuro does some mental calculations of kind of where it is on the map, and its location between Fire Nation and Earth Kingdom.
It's a pretty centralized spot, and
Yeah.
it's not too far away. So
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah, I think Nuro looks back up at the palace, kind of a little bit guiltily, like, I should let somebody know. So they just, I think I know what I want to do.
All right.
They shake their head thinking about asking Kiyomi or Banji for help, and stupid Banji went off and did his own thing anyway. It doesn't matter. And so Nuro just does this really, really loud, intricate whistle to call on Arturo.
Okay. Arturo has been on the boat.
Yes.
So you see him poke his head out the window. It's like, yeah, what do you want?
Want to come on an adventure? Just say yes.
I gotta say yes. And you hear him go over. He's installed a lock on the door, and the window's too small for anyone to get in. So he's the only one that can go in and out. It's like that'll keep him safe because the books are still he's been functionally guarding those books for a while. It's like, all right, and he lands on your shoulder. Like, where are we going?
Fire Nation Resort.
Sounds lovely. Why?
Bester, Boster, and Beaster.
Bozo's right.
Bozo, yeah. They have seen a lot of ships going around that Fire Nation resort. Lots of food. It could be something. We're desperate. It could be something, Arturo.
I mean, it sounds like a plan.
And you hear one of the pirates yell, all aboard.
Okay, yes. I think Nuro just rushes on. They give themselves a little pat down to see what they have, and they have their pouch full of costumes. Mm-hmm. They have their bone knife, and they have a little pouch of water. But they definitely hide that in their sack.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Again, the trip is not going to take more than a few hours. And I think one of them probably Boster says,
You can't go in looking like that. They'll spot you in a second. You got anything else?
I do, but it's... And Nuro rummages through the pack and pulls out the Earth Kingdom finery, but it's too Earth Kingdom-y.
Yeah, they sort of nod, being like,
Yeah, that... What do you got that's spicy? What's a fiery thing?
And Nuro pulls out the dress that is... It's not marked. I would even say it's probably on the more Fire Nation side. Yeah.
You have known Boster long enough that you recognize that the scowl she pulls is one of that's a nice dress. For anybody else, you'd think that she was just grimacing at the fine clothes, but you're just like, that's her actual token of appreciation.
This one, then.
She nods.
Okay. Okay.
I think we smash cut to you walking to a place to put it on and then walking down the gangway.
Yeah.
And sure enough, as you come in, I don't think you need to roll for this. I think that's the sacrifice itself. No one pays any attention to you in terms of this is clearly some sort of, a person of status
Yes.
in the Fire Nation. And so you can move around that, at least the resort area, with pretty much impunity.
Yep.
And there's a few people that sort of nod your way and ask if you have any bags to carry. And
Nuro just does the most... I think they have a fan as well. It's kind of really oversized and hiding their mouth, but they all they have really is like Tomo to go off. And so they just
You could try a
awkwardly...
Caledonian accent.
Oh no, absolutely not. They just kind of bat their eyes, and it's a little bit hard getting into this kind of sweet voice as well. So there's a lot of like, happening.
I want to
Love
hear
that
it.
noise.
As you approach the concierge desk, it's like, hello, how can I help you today?
Yeah. Yes. Hello. I am here for my stay at this resort. I've heard it's fabulous.
Yes. Do you have a reservation?
My reservation. Am I consort?
Steward?
My steward here. Yes. And turns to Bester.
Yeah, Bester sort of looks at he's carrying a box or something. He goes, me? Yeah, I have it. Definitely. It's 304. I don't remember the one we used in that episode, but fans, insert that number here.
347 maybe?
347.
Yes, you see, my father, he is a commander. He reserved this space for me.
Well, this one's going to need a trick.
Well, that's a 9 on the dice.
I'm going to say that before we even look at your stats, you hear Bester goes, it's true. And she's like, that's all I need.
Perfect. I'm glad this is going far more simply than last time.
you this is a return visit then, is it?
My father, he had less than pleasant things to say last time. Let's just say that.
And you see her like pale a little bit, and she goes, "Let me just I'll just go I'll just go check that room is available and ready." And like you see her bow away.
You do that.
Yes. And so you realise that you've got a bit of space to move, and Bester's still carrying his box, and he's like, Bester says, so do you still need me to do anything? And Arturo says,
Well, where do you need to look? Are we looking at this here foodstuffs, or are we looking for... Where would Minh be or have been? You've been here before, right?
Yeah, and we went on this wild treasure hunt, so... maybe he left something if he was here. Maybe he could have left something for us in one of those locations.
Bester goes, I remember where the treasure chest was, and you probably can't go out that way, so I can go check that.
Yes, you do that. And you and I think Buster being the waterbender, Nuro asks, you remember the sunken ship where we had to find those horns?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that could be something, it's hidden. He could have swam down there.
Yeah, okay, I'll go check.
Great. Arturo, if there's been ships going past here, maybe they've got some kind of base or something.
You want me just to go do a bit of a scout?
Yeah, go see if there's something hidden on this island.
And he salutes and says,
All right, you got it.
and flies up and probably heads towards, if you remember, one of the puzzle pieces was up a bit of a hill. And so he sort of heads up that way for a better vantage point.
Okay.
And then I think Boster says,
Well, I've got to do more boat unloading. I can't go exploring, so where are you going?
Well, I figured I'd go check out that mess hall area. See who's about.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm going to get you to roll assess the situation, please.
Okay. So, sorry, what is...
Creativity.
Creativity, so... 7 minus 2 is 5.
Yikes.
We're never finding men. Well, it's been fun, Jesse.
Yeah, I
See
think
you guys.
Nuro gets a little bit overwhelmed, but maybe it's bang on lunch or something, and there's just so many people that they just can't hear or see anything.
I think that's exactly it. There's so many people. I was going to joke that you actually find Qichi's trying to make noodles in the kitchen, but that might be...
Qichi, what are you doing here?
I got a part-time job, and then they needed me over here, and I got on a boat, and they said that I could go once my shifts were done. Hi.
Qichi,
Yeah.
go back to the dock.
Okay.
Then
what?
I think the cost here is that you spend your time trying to extricate Qichi from this situation that they've got themselves into, and so you find nothing overall.
Nuro, it's the middle of the lunch rush. I can't just up and leave.
If you want to get off this island, go to the dock.
It's kind of nice here.
You do you.
We smash
I'll go.
We smash cut to half an hour later of Nuro, as much as you're you do you definitely drag Qichi with you back to the boat.
Yep.
And everyone reports. And
Nuro's just tugging at their dress, the bust of it, it's so tight, bug.
As you begin to sail away, and sort of everyone gathers in to report, Bester says, I looked around that area. There was nothing. Where the dragon was and where that chest was, nothing. And Arturo says,
Yeah, there were a few ships on the horizon, but nothing that said that there was big activities going.
And Buster says,
There was a whole bunch of food just thrown overboard. And it was weighted down with a rock.
Food weighed down with a rock. That sounds like sabotage. Right?
Yeah, that's. I think that's the exact definition of sabotage. And
there's only one person that would have done that, right?
Well, probably not, but we could narrow it down to one person what would use a rock to throw some food overboard while on a Fire Nation vessel.
This doesn't help us. Find him. Ugh.
No, but it does mean that he's fighting back in his own little way. So clearly he's got a little bit of space and a little bit of time to do these things.
Whatever.
and as
Buster, thank you. Take us back home.
in a moment where the scowl is its least severe, Buster looks at you and says,
Hey, maybe I'll have better luck next time.
and the pirate vessel sails back to Amalfi. Again, it's been time. No one has been keeping count, and every mission, every lead, every piece of info that you've gotten that might lead to the next thing has turned up with no min. Learning a little bit more about how this has been moving, learning a few extra details, but no min.
Minless.
Minless. The min hunt has not gone well.
The min.
That's good, actually.
At some point, Yanni is trying a different network. She's actually doing the rounds with her merchant friends. And at some point, she's having a drink with Addie. And Addie reveals that I got this weird letter. And I didn't know what to make of it, but since you're heading to CD Merchant Pier anyway, I thought maybe this would be useful. And Yanni reads it, and it says someone has defaced the statue that no one remembers the name of or who it was. They did that forehead statue. You know the forehead statue, that one. Someone's wrapped its head in a whole bunch of rocks. No one really cares. No one's done anything about it, but a few people are like, oh, that's weird, and moved on with their lives. Yanni races as fast as she can. She doesn't tell anybody. She just races as fast as she can to CD Merchant because he's something new. That has to do with Min. It's got to be. It's got to be. And she gets there and she sees, sure enough, the statue. And when she sees this statue, it's got a compilation of rocks just sort of smashed around its head, like, taking a whole bunch of pebbles and putting it into one form. It kind of looks a little scary. Like this thing's fully encasing this head. It's weirdly intimidating.
Does he look like Judge Dredd?
Scarier somehow. You don't see the mouth. You don't see and it's just really weird. And she asks about it. She goes to varying people. She goes to stall holders. She probably goes down to the noodle bar and starts talking to people. And no one cares. No one knows anything about it. And thinking that it's another dried up lead, she goes to her favourite bar and sits at her favourite stool. And before she can order a drink, the bartender says, this one is for you. And she looks and goes, what do you mean this one's for me? She goes, oh, the gentleman at the end of the bar bought it for you. She turns her head to look. And at the end of the bar, saying nothing but giving a slight wave, is Minh FANG.
What?
Damn! The next episode will be Min's Lost Days.
The Book of War is Georgie Hazel as Nuro, Ted Darling as Banji, Tilia Quinn as Kiyomi, myself Jesse Thomas as Minh FANG, and Ash Cooper as our Game Master. The theme song and outro, The Book of War Remains and Heatwave, are both by Matt Harrison. And a big special thank you to our newest Patreon, Coda Mike. Great to have you aboard. The next episode will be out on September 27th, so we will see you then. And a big thank you to Nikita for lending her voice for our cold open.
Buster that's the waterbender.
Sorry.
Buster's the waterbender, Boster's the firebender, Bester's the earth.
Yeah, not so easy, is it, motherfucker? Right.